Well, a happy Thursday to you. It was not a happy night for Mariner fans last night. Toronto's bats came alive as they crushed the Mariners in the ALCS Game 3, 13-4 the final. Blue Jays hit count them, 5 home runs of the game, which 3 of which came off of a Seattle starter, George Kirby. They win the game going away. The night began on a positive note with Julio Rodriguez once again coming through with a first-inning home run, but it was all Toronto from there.
Rodriguez drills a ball to left center field, headed back there, goodbye! And it's Rodriguez starting the Mariners once again with another first-inning home run.
Well, this home run was center cut, and this young man has had all the talent in the world, and he gets it right out in front. That is extension. And out in a hurry.
The Blue Jays in business to open the third with the 9-hitter Jimenez up. Here's a high fly ball off of the bat of Jimenez that's carrying well. Robles turns and watches it fly. It's the 9-hitter Andres Jimenez, of all people, giving Toronto the swing that it desperately needed. It's tied at 2.
What moment turns it? Momentum. And you could look to this homer where you don't see many out of Jimenez in the 9th spot as being one of those moments.
Varsho cranks a high line drive to right field. Robles watches it hit off the wall. 2 runs will score. Varsho with a double. The Blue Jays offense has come to life. A 5-run third.
And even though you're dejected down 3.
First pitch swinging. This ball's hit in the air to deep center field, and George Springer gets it over the wall for a home run. His extra base impact continues. 3rd home run of the postseason for Springer, and they've got 6. Vlad Jr. sends a high drive to deep center field. Rodriguez to the wall, it's gone. First pitch of the 5th. Vlad Jr. launches a solo shot. Single, double, homer, Vlad Jr.'s bat. Kirk sends a fly ball the other way. Robles retreating to the track, to the wall. It's another home run. Opposite field blast for Alejandro Kirk, and a dozen for the Jays on their 4th bomb of the night. What a roller coaster of ups and downs for this Jays offense. Here's a high drive off of the bat of Arozarena that will leave the yard. Arozarena's got his first home run of the postseason. And the Mariners is something to hang their hat on. Their leadoff hitter, who they hope can catch fire, has a shot.
And see that little thing right there that he clicked and felt? You never know. It might get him going.
Raleigh sends a drive down the line towards the pole. Goodbye. Arozarena and Raleigh go back-to-back. Raleigh's 3rd of the postseason.
Ooh,
what
that
an effort.
close.
Lucas getting up there. So it's 12-4. 7 home runs in this game between the 2 teams combined. Blue Jays offense silent the first 2 games, but it all gets turned upside down. The Blue Jays punch right back and take Game 3 convincingly.
Impressive. Especially after the start, down 2-0 quick and a crowd that's going crazy.
Dan Wilson was left with trying to find the Canadian license plate on the truck that hit his team last night.
I thought it came out one of the best fastballs we've seen the first couple innings. I thought the way it was coming out of his hand, he looked great. And then, they were able to get to some pitches on the plate a little bit and in that 3rd inning. And then, it was, I think it was 4 2-out runs there at that point. And trying to, get him through that and because he was throwing the ball so well. This is a team that has swung the bat well all year, and they didn't miss much tonight, and they were able to get to him. Julio getting a pretty good pitch to hit there in that first inning, and I thought he did a really good job of driving that ball on the line. And then I thought, as good pitchers do, they get a little bit more comfortable. They get settled in. Their command comes back. Their stuff comes to them a little bit, and looked like he just was able to get comfortable, get into a bit of a rhythm, and find his secondaries. And once that happened, they were able to get the lead, and then he was able to protect it. Yeah, I think he was all right. But that's the kind of effort Vic gives, and that's what you're going to see, especially this time of year. He's going to continue to go all out, and you're right. It was sort of reminiscent of that play down in San Francisco. But great effort on his part to make that play. Again, this is a team that has done this a lot this year in terms of bouncing back, being resilient. We've used a lot of words for it, but tomorrow's going to be that opportunity again for us, and these guys know how to prepare and be ready for that. And I don't expect it's going to be an issue for them at all. This is a team that has proven over and over again that fighting back, bouncing back, having resiliency is a part of their DNA, and tomorrow's a chance to do that again.
Seattle will turn to Luis Castillo to right the ship tonight. Game 4 coming up on FS1. Well, Game 3 of the National League Championship Series is this afternoon, or actually it's already going. Dodgers holding a 2-0 lead over Milwaukee. That game on TBS. Seattle Kraken on the second stop of a 6-game road trip. Seattle's in Ottawa facing the Senators at the Canadian Tire Center. No, they don't have tires there, by the way. Kraken trying to bounce back from their first loss of the season Tuesday in overtime at Montreal. That game right now on Kong TV. 7 girls prep soccer games highlight the Thursday schedule. Bridgeport is hosting Oroville, while Okanagan is traveling to Tonasket. Quincy plays host to Chelan. Natchez Valley calls on Cashmere. Cascade hosts Brewster, and Pateros welcomes Lake Roosevelt. The 7 o'clock game tonight has Liberty Bell and Manson. Well, the prep volleyball schedule is beginning at 6:30 with Ellensburg at Wenatchee. Sunnyside's hosting Eastmont. Moses Lake visits West Valley. Quincy's on the road at Silo, while Fred is hosting Othello. Cashmere welcomes Natchez Valley. Cascade travels to Tonasket. Lake Roosevelt hosts Bridgeport. Elmira Cooley Heartline plays at Waterville Mansfield in the Battle of the Hyphens. Garden City Academy hosts Thorpe tonight at 7. Chelan visits Okanagan at 7:15. Well, 2 top 5 ranked teams will meet at Wenatchee High School tonight, and NCWLIFE will bring you live coverage. Ellensburg, ranked 3rd in the state coaches 2A poll, visits the Panthers, who are ranked 4th in the 4A coaches poll. I'll be courtside with a play-by-play as the 11-1 Bulldogs face the 8-1 Panthers. That's coming up at 6:30. There is a B-League football game tonight if you want to travel to Moses Lake. That's where Moses Lake Christian will host Pateros. That's 7 o'clock at Lions Field. Now, Eastmont hosts Moses Lake tomorrow in the battle for the top spot in the Big 9. It'll be exactly 364 days ago tomorrow when the two teams met at Lions Field, also with first place in the conference on the line. In that game, Maverick quarterback Brady J threw for 263 yards and 5 touchdowns, where running back Elijah Burns rushed for 167 yards and a score in a 40-0 blowout by Moses Lake. We'll hear from Coach Jay Foster and linebacker Jacoby Mercado tomorrow on how they intend to limit Moses Lake's explosive offense. Join yours truly and Grant Olson for our pregame beginning at 6:30 tomorrow night at Wildcat Stadium here on the NCWLIFE channel. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Thursday.